Welcome back. Now, for those of you who don't know, Chrysler, formerly known as FCA Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, currently owned and known as Stellantis, is in the process, it looks like, of coming out with the first ever three-row pickup truck. Now, I haven't done any work for Chrysler in a while, but I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for Chrysler, and I'm going to show you why. Let me pull up this here. I worked on a number of patents for Chrysler, as you see here on the Dodge Ram. One of those patents were the Ram box, which I worked on that family of patents, which is essentially a pocket in the side of the cargo bed. I also worked on a multifunctional tailgate, which you see here, the gentleman includes. It's a tailgate that kind of separates into two doors that kind of pivot outwardly from each other. You see he has the left door that's open so he can, seems like, take out his surfboard, and the right door is closed. But if you close both doors, you can kind of make a tailgate that kind of pivots down like a traditional tailgate. And I worked on the Pan family for the multifunctional tailgate. So you likely have seen a Dodge truck, a Dodge Ram truck with at least one of the Ram box here, which is, again, you can see the Ram box open. It seems like the lady is taking something out of the Ram box. Or you will probably have seen a Dodge truck that has the multifunctional tailgate, which is essentially the tailgate that has two independent pivoting doors. Now, obviously, in this figure, they're both combined, and I actually have seen a number of these Dodge trucks on the highway or just on the roadway that has both of these features, the Ram box as well as the multifunctional tailgate. And again, like I said, the cool thing is I was able to work on this Pan family when I was doing work for Chrysler back in my old firm. So I wrote a lot of patent applications for Chrysler for a number of years. So it's pretty cool to kind of see your stuff just visible like that. And again, this is kind of one of the reasons why I have a soft spot in my heart for a Dodge Ram. But however, it seems like the new and improved thing on the pickup truck, at least according to what we're going to review and study here today, is the three-row seating. Now, you guys have to let me know. I don't have a truck. If you guys have a pickup truck, I would think of a pickup truck as being important for hauling stuff, whether it's debris, whether it's tools, whether it's building materials, whatever, from one place or another. I know typically the pickup trucks just have the one row, the one row, and then you have the pickup truck. And then, I say recently, but over the past several years, decades, I would say you had the two-row pickup truck, and then you had the cargo bed to it. You'll have to let me know, for all the pickup truck owners and lovers, would you mind? It seems like I wouldn't mind having a three-row pickup truck. Would you mind having that three-row pickup truck, or do you prefer the two-row with the pickup with the cargo bed? You have to let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I'm not sure. I guess, like I said, if I had the option, as long as the cargo bed is not, I guess, compromised or made smaller, I would not necessarily mind with having that extra seating here. Let's pick up to see or pull up to see what this thing looks like. We're going to go through this article really quickly, but you can see here, and this is cool because this is actually, I know Ford has the Lightning. This is actually Dodge Ram's electric version of their pickup truck. You see the BEV, which is battery electric vehicle. You see here, these are the jump seats, which we'll get off into a little bit more, but it seems like they can serve as like stadium seating for, to be able to detach from the occupant cabin and put on the cargo bed or the tailgate, as you see here in figure 12. You can see a nice picture of the actual jump seats that are actually installed in the occupant cabin, forming that third row. So let's go through this article really quickly, and then I want to pull up the patent because I want to start doing these things where I'm kind of going through things and going through the patent. So Ram pickup van patent teases us with possibilities. The forward-facing jump seat in the Ram Revolution BEV BEV concept now have a patent. I'm not sure if it has a patent. Is it patent pending or is it actual patented? That's the $1 million question. Let me check this. Yeah, it's still pending, so it's not a patent, even though the article says it's a patent. It's not actual. It's not an actual issue patent. It's still pending. Has Ram just reinvented the van as a truck? A new patent from the truck company teases us with the possibility of a pickup truck with 3 rows of seating and modular seating. Ram brought the Ram 1500 Revolution BEV concept to the sea. So it seemed like this was in the Consumer Electronics Show, which is held every year in January in Las Vegas. So this was in 2023. So what, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. The electric pickup concept has so many cool and futuristic features that it was easy to skip over the more fantastical ones. And regardless, most of those innovative ideas disappeared when Ram showed off the production version of the pickup. I would imagine that they filed this application before January of 2023. So I would imagine maybe December 2022. Typically, a patent application issues or publishes 18 months after. So we'll go get off into that a little later. One of those pie in the sky features was 3rd row of seats. The BEV concept had jump seats mounted to the power operated mid gate. The seats could be used inside for extra passengers or folded up for more cargo space. Or you can unclip them and hang them on a tailgate for outside seating when you're parked. That's what you see here. Now Ram has filed for a patent on the idea, and that has us wondering, will Ram actually build a 3-row pickup? And is a 3-row truck really just a van with a bed? How long of a pickup bed can you put on a truck that needs room for 3 row seats anyway? I think that's a valid question. Will the next Ram be the first pickup? I think you will see this. I think you will see this given a press, given it was at the CES show. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Ram actually made this actual manufacture this actual truck. And what I mean by that is, just because you file for a patent application on something, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to manufacture it. It's a ton of patents, issued patents, that never go into production. So just because they file for a patent protection on this thing, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to produce it. But like I said, I have a hunch that they will actually produce this. So, okay, let's look at the patent. The application was filed December of I told you, December of 2022. It wasn't December of 2023. If it came out in the CES show, which is in January of 2023, they would have definitely had this thing, a patent application filed before the CES show. So if the CES show, if it came out in 2023, this was in December of 2022, not December of last year, which would have been obviously 2023. It's cool that it published on Independence Day. It describes a jump seat configured to be attached to and detached from a rear wall of the passenger cabin. So this is the rear wall of the passenger cabin. Keep that in mind, because as we take a look at the claims, this is going to become extremely important. It includes a seat back that's attached to the frame and a pivot attached to the frame to hold up the seat base and a mechanism to remove the whole thing. So it seems like you have a seat. This is the seat bottom or seat base that is in a deployed position as you see it, but it can fold out into it's in a stowed position, but it can fold out into a deployed position. Seems like once you this is the seat 50, the reference number 50, that's a seat back. This is seat base 52. And obviously it's in a deployed position here. But this seat bottom or seat base can fold out into a deployed position, and you can't see the seat back right now because it's folded up. But then this thing also can, as a whole unit, be unclipped and like I said, removed from the occupant cabin. The in-cabin drawings in the patent filing are clearly, it seems like, okay, it's the truck that was shown at the CES show. Jump seats in the back of a pickup truck are nothing new. So it seems like a pickup truck has jump seats. Not sitting sideways, smash. Okay, we're not going to get off into that. Even if you don't want to see 8 passengers in your pickup van, having extra seats can be handy. I would agree with that. As we said up top, the patent drawings show that the seats in use on the tailgate for tailgating. I actually like the fact that you can use them as you can essentially, and I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't have a pickup. Seems like jump seats, from what they're saying, is nothing new, but can you unclip or detach the entire jump seat and use it as like a stadium seating, or put that jump seat in your cargo bed as shown above here? I'm not sure. You guys have to let me know in the comment section. So we said, okay, we could see, the article is saying we could see using them as a campsite or even as a sports stadium. I call them stadium seating, but okay, whatever. Then we're not going to read off. Let's pull up the actual patent application. We're going to go through the claims. we are going to take a look at at least the independent claim, which is typically the broadest claim. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. So you have the pictures to the left are the actual photos or the figures in the drawing. You see figure 1, the actual pickup truck. See figure 2 is the inside of the occupant cabin. You see row 1, the middle row, and then you have, the rear row, the third row. This figure 3 is a little bit more of a detailed view of that third row. You see that right seat bottom is deployed. The left seat bottom is stowed. So you see 50 here is that seat back. So that's cool. Then you see here, it seems like they're both in a stowed position. They're in a deployed position here. It seems like they're removed from that occupant cabin there. So some cool stuff. So you see here now, a claim typically, at least in the U.S., I'm not speaking for everywhere else, but typically in the U.S., when you're drafting your claims of a patent application, you are allowed 20 claims. And out of those 20 claims, you can have 3 what we call independent claims or standalone claims, which means that they stand on their own. Then you have the dependent claims, which the claims may indicate they typically depend from a standalone or independent claim. So you have 20 claims total, which you're given until you have to start paying extra money to the USPTO. The government is always going to nickel and dime you. So you get 20 claims. When you file the application, you get 20 claims as is, but then you have to start paying when you go over 20 claims or you go over 3 independent claims. You have to start paying for this stuff. So then let's kind of pull this article back. The actual application back up. So it seems like this actual patent application, you see the claims here. You see they have 16 claims. You see the claim 16, which leads me to believe that this thing is actual in prosecution, because typically FCA will typically file 20 claims. So I would imagine that it's currently in prosecution, and which means that they have amended the independent claim 1, or just amended the independent claims to include some of the dependent claims. So the independent claim, the claim 1 is typically an independent claim, and it's typically your broadest independent claim over. So we're just going to go through claim 1 here, which is a vehicle comprising a vehicle body. So what is your vehicle body? And I'm gonna point this stuff out so you guys can kind of read read this stuff as we go. Let's see here. There we go. So your vehicle body is 14. This is your vehicle body 14. Defining a passenger cabin or occupant cabin, which is come on, man, I'm not going to be flipping these back and forth. Your occupant cabin, which is, you see here in the occupant cabin, having at least 1 row of passenger seats, which it can be the front row or the middle row, and a storage region, which I'm assuming that the storage region is the cargo component, because it says the storage region is located between at least 1 row and a rear wall. Where's your rear wall? This is your rear wall right here. So this is your storage region. You can't see, but that's the cargo bed. See the rear wall? That's storage region located between at least 1 row and a rear wall. Okay, so this is your storage region. So 32 is your storage region. So your storage region is located between this middle row as well as the rear wall, which you see here, the rear wall. That's cool. Then you have a jump seat. Where's your jump seat? This is your jump seat. 50 and 52 in combination is your jump seat. And what does this jump seat include? So this says it's at least 1 jump seat. So even though the vehicle shows with 2 jumps, if you had this claim get issued as is, you will be infringing this claim even if you have 1 of these jump seats. You don't have to have 2 of them, and it gets more so technical to claim construction, but you just need, according to this the broadest independent claim, you just need only 1 of these jump seats. You don't need 2 of them as shown in the figures. What does the jump seat include? A frame configured to be attached to and detached to the rear wall of the passenger compartment. So you have a frame which they do a good job at showing a frame of it. I would like to. So your frame would be, for example, 84 and the frame that the seat bottom 52 is going on. So this frame 84 that's extended, that's your frame. Okay, so let's go to figure 5, because I think figure 5 do a good job of showing this thing. So 44 is your rear wall. 52 is your seat base. 50 is your seat bottom. And then you got the frame. So the jump seat includes a frame that's attached, could be attached to and detached from the rear wall. You have a seat back attached to the frame. This is your seat back, 50. You have a seat. 52 is your seat that's pivotably attached to the frame such that the jump seat is configured to move between a deployed position. This is the deployed position here in this figure, where the seat is configured to support a passenger of the vehicle in a non-deployed. I would have called it a stowed position as opposed to a non-deployed position. But this would be your non-deployed position where it's up. Actually, this is this is your non-deployed position, where the seat is oriented parallel with the rear wall. The rear wall is 44. And then it has a detachment mechanism, which essentially allows this entire jump seat to be removed from the passenger compartment. So it's a pretty good claim. I think it definitely, typically you have your independent claims are so broad that it doesn't really have a good chance of getting allowed as is. But I think this one, like I said, this one may have gone through prosecution already. But I think this claim, based on what I know, I haven't looked at the prior art, but I think this one has a good chance of being allowed. And hopefully you guys got something out of that claim breakdown. Let me know in the comment section if you're understanding what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down when I'm kind of going through these claims. Because I do want you guys to get something out of it, not only just from an entertainment perspective, but I do want you guys to learn and get some education of how to read these claims by looking at the drawings and try to understand these things better, because the claims are the most important part of the application. Any patent attorney will tell you the claims are the most important part of the application. That's going to define the scope of protection, the metes and bounds of what's protected, what you can go after somebody on, what you can't go after somebody on. So the claims are very important. And I like to try to break down at least that broadest independent claim to kind of let you kind of see, bring you into the patent attorney's world when they're drafting the claims, and maybe why were they thinking the way they were thinking. So you guys really let me know in the comment section if you guys are getting these claim breakdowns when I do them. Let me know, would you pick up this three row of seats pickup truck that Dodge is coming out with? Again, this is pretty cool because this is part of an electric vehicle, battery electric vehicle. This is not just a gasoline powered vehicle, even though if you look at the claims don't, hey, whether you put this in a gas powered vehicle or internal combustion engine or an electric vehicle, you will still be infringing on that particular claim, because the claim doesn't specify whether or not the vehicle is a internal combustion engine vehicle or an electric vehicle. It just says a vehicle. Again, going back to the importance of claim construction. But again, let me know whether it was a internal combustion, a gas vehicle, or an electric vehicle. Let me know if you will buy or purchase one of these things. I'd be interested. Like I said, I wouldn't mind purchasing it as long as it doesn't kind of compromise the functionality or the size of the cargo bed. I definitely wouldn't mind having that extra row of seating, if you will, in the pickup truck. So let me know what you guys think about the truck in the comment section. Please hit a like if you like this type of video, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're over the 1,000 mark, so we're rocking and rolling, and I'll try to do more of these kind of current events from an IP perspective. This was cool because, man, this was in my wheel, especially in my wheelhouse with patents. I do a ton of patents, probably write 50 patent applications a year, particularly in the automotive space, or a lot in the automotive space. So I'm well versed with these trucks, these Dodge trucks specifically, as pointed out earlier. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.